guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review and demo on the new Revlon 2-in-1 compact makeup and concealer. So you get two products in one. I guess I can kind of justify the price of this one. This is about $16, expensive, but you are getting a concealer. I picked mine up in the color Sand Beige. That's my normal color. I absolutely love the Revlon, the regular Colorstay, the liquid foundation. I have dry skin, so I get mine in the normal to dry skin one. I also love the Colorstay Whip foundation, so when they came out with this, I was like, you know what, I want to check it out. I want to try it out. This is more like of a cream formula, so I was a little bit interested in that. I don't use too many cream foundations, and then the fact that they had a concealer, I thought was really interesting. So it looks as if they have about 12 colors. I know in the regular Colorstay, I'm not sure how many colors they have. I definitely feel like they have way more, but this is a new kind of product launching, so maybe they're testing it out, see if they'll add a little bit more. They could probably add some more of the deeper range of colors, I feel like. The product itself, it's definitely a cream. It's definitely creamy, and the more you kind of like blend your hand in there, I think it really, warms up the product a little bit, helps it blend in. I feel like my room's really hot in here a little bit, so who knows, it might be melting. In general though, I think I've tried it with the beauty blender and I've tried it with a brush. I'm really not sure which one I like better. I think I like both pretty well, but on my skin, I just wish this would melt into my skin a little bit more. Something similar, maybe of a texture, but still a little bit better. That Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. It's kind of like a cream type-ish formula, but that blends so beautifully. It just like melts into your skin, and that's what I was kind of hoping this would do a little bit better. So I was like, with the beauty blender, okay, let me try with the brush, because I know the brush worked really well with that Makeup Forever to really melt into my skin. I think a teensy bit, I'm not sure which one I like better, but I wish it didn't melt in my skin quite like I wanted to. And then the finish of it, it's interesting. I like this foundation. I think it's okay, but it's not a must-have for me. When I apply this foundation on my face, I'm not a fan of it initially. I feel like it just kind of like it looks like it sits on my skin. I don't like this foundation until it fully settles into my skin. I feel like it takes a while for it to melt in my skin. I'll put this foundation on in the morning, and then I'll finally check my face when I get to work, and that's when I love it. I really like it, because I feel like it's settled, it's kind of sunk into my skin, it has kind of like a dewy, luminous, natural finish. It looks really natural, but when I initially put it on, I'm like, I don't know about this. Definitely wasn't a fan until I got to work. So I'm not sure, I should have done like more check-ins, but it's winter time, my face is all bundled up. I'm not uncovering my scarf until I get to work. So anywhere it could be, from a couple minutes to half an hour, so really have that sink into the skin, and then it looks really nice. I think it blends in really nicely. You just need that time for that formula to mesh together. However, I feel like what makes a big difference in the way that this melts and sinks in my skin and meshes everything together so it doesn't look so cakey, is my Max Fix Plus or that Pixie Glow Mist. I need some sort of a mist, some sort of like refreshener to really melt everything together, to kind of bring everything together and kind of like airbrush it out. Honestly, without it, it would not look as good as it does by the time, I get to work and do like, a quick check-in, and it makes everything look really airbrushed. I feel like that's a big contributing factor. So if you don't have that, I don't know how you're gonna like it. As for the longevity, I don't know if it's because of my skin type, but I feel as though around the 6 to 7 hour mark, that's when I start to see it kind of fading a little bit. I'll see it around the cheek areas with my blush and my bronzer, and then it starts getting a little bit drier around my nose. My nose area definitely gets dry in general, but it holds up together, but around that 6-7 hour mark, that's when it starts kind of like peeling off. It could be because of the formula and my skin, how they mesh. If you have oilier skin, it probably won't happen to you as quickly or at all. I gotta admit, I love the coverage. I love a medium to full coverage, and you can definitely get that with this foundation, especially with the brush. just so I don't need concealer around my blemishes when I use this. You can definitely build this up, but I feel like with the beauty blender and as well with the brush, you can get a really pretty medium to full coverage. maybe if you want to add oil to sheer it out a bit. But I love the coverage. That's what I gotta say. Now for the concealer. I'm definitely not a fan of this concealer. I was not liking it. It's kind of nice. Okay, they're adding in a concealer, so yeah, they're gonna up the price a little bit, but the fact is they're choosing your concealer, they're choosing the color. Like, how do you know? Do I like to, you know, use a concealer that's closer to my skin tone, or this one? This concealer is definitely a lot lighter, and upon applying it, because it's a lot lighter, it definitely doesn't cover my dark circles. And normally, I know when I want to cover up my dark circles, I'll use a dark circle corrector, which is also kind of a creamier, heavier product. So to lay that and then this on top, this on its own creased. I am not a fan of the concealer at all. I have really bad creasing underneath my eyes, and this was heavy enough. So trying to add a corrector and this on top, definitely a lighter shade. So if I don't add the corrector, you can definitely see the dark circles underneath my eyes. So honestly, I would have rather just, it's a nice concept. It was great, kind of cool. Alright, 2-in-1, just, you know, especially if you just have your beauty blender, dab your face, dab your under eyes. But if you're not a fan of heavy concealers, I would definitely rule this one out. Overall, I feel like this can definitely be a hit or a miss for some people. I thought it was okay. Definitely not something that I'm going to recommend. Definitely not something that I feel like you need to go out and get. I feel like if you want to try it, yeah, sure, go ahead. I just liked that. Thought it was just okay. It's not something that I'm going to reach for all the time. Probably, honestly, going to not reach for it. Maybe try it again in the springtime just to see if it makes a difference with my skin, just out of curiosity. But I definitely have other foundations that I love more than this one. Not gonna be in a hit top, you know, 5, top 10 foundation list for me. But if you want to check it out, definitely check it out. And especially if you've tried this and you have oily skin, let me know how that works for your skin type. If you like how it meshes a little bit better, how it sets, how it wears, it does it a little bit longer than mine. Very, very curious. Probably check out some more reviews for like oily skin people just to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review and demo. I'll link down below some more reviews and demos I've done of the new 2016 Drugstore products. Definitely there's some hits, there's some misses, there's some like I'm okay with you, I can live without you. Definitely check those out. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.